The San Antonio Spurs may be losing a lot. You know what else has happened a lot? Victor Wembanyama making history.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Victor Wembanyama fans, welcome to TSR Sports. Spurs lost again last night, but Victor Wembanyama last night in the last two games has been nothing but short of impressive. We're going to go over this in just a moment. Drop a comment down below. Are you shocked at just what Wemby's been able to do? I'm going to bring some things up at the end of the video to you, curious on your opinion. Hit the thumbs up if you like to support the channel, and subscribe to become part of our awesome sports community. Let's get into the article from Sports Illustrated. Victor Wembanyama has done an incredible job living up to the hype in his first NBA season. Agreed. The San Antonio's rookie can do it all on the court. On Thursday night, he put up 19 points, 13 rebounds, 5 steals, and 5 blocks against the Sacramento Kings. Last night against the Lakers, he dropped 27 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, just short of a triple-double, and once again, 5 steals and 5 blocks. A very rare 5-by-5 game for an NBA player. Even more rare is Wemby putting up 5 steals and blocks in back-to-back games. In fact, just one player has pulled that feat off, particularly that feat off before. Michael Jordan in 1987. That's right, Victor Wembanyama just did something that only the greatest of all time had done before. Michael Jordan. That is a good company to have your name in. When asked about matching the GOAT with his accomplishment, the ever-humble Wemby had a pretty perfect response. I'm sorry the audio is a little low on this, so we're going to play it, and hopefully you can hear it, okay?
I wonder if he did it in wins, not losses. But to me, it's secondary. Hopefully.
Wonder if it was wins or losses. Well, for Wemby, it was 2 losses. For Michael Jordan, it was 2 wins. But that just shows it's not about personal stats. Yeah, we're excited about them as fans, but for him, it's about winning, and the Spurs aren't winning. Let's continue.
In the future, we can look back and think this is a good performance, but it's, as of today, I can't be satisfied with a loss.
Can't be satisfied with a loss. So what do I want to hear, Wemby? Hey, I had a great game. Hey, whatever. Guy wants to win. And we're going to win soon. Not this year. The team's a mess. They had a lot of things that they need to work on, but the Spurs will start winning soon. Moving right along, I thought this was kind of cool. Even in a losing effort, Wembanyama impressed another one of the game's all-time greats with his performance. Quote, "That kid is special," LeBron James posted after leading the Lakers to the win. That's a really nice picture of them, too, by the way. I like that. That's both smiling. Great picture. You know, a lot of people are saying LeBron is going to be passing the torch to Wemby, and I could certainly see that happening. But I wanted to touch on something else at the end of the video here, my friends. Wemby's being talked a lot in the Rookie of the Year conversation, which he should be. He has a legit shot to win Rookie of the Year. If we pull up the current standings with the 2 front runners to win Rookie of the Year, yes, Chet Holmgren is 2-0 against Wemby head-to-head, and his team is much better win-loss record-wise than the Spurs. The Spurs are not a playoff team. They're a lottery team. The Thunder are a playoff team. That being said, Wemby averaging more points per game, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. Chet has the better team, but record-wise, and he's been, has a higher field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. That being said, Victor Wembanyama is playing 28.5 minutes a game. Chet Holmgren is playing 30 minutes a game. So Chet's getting a little bit more playing time, but he is on a substantially better team with players like SGA. I think Victor Wembanyama is a front runner, but if the stats continue like this, with Wemby getting better, with his field goal percentage increasing, his 3-point percentage going up, becoming a more efficient scorer, and just seeing all those other numbers constantly go up, especially the defensive numbers lately, the steals per game, the blocks per game, those keep trending up. This is not even a conversation. Wemby will be the Rookie of the Year. There's one other award I think we need to talk about, though. Defensive Player of the Year. And I hear Rudy Gobert's name a lot for Defensive Player of the Year. And let's compare these two. Again, context 2. Wemby's playing just under 29 minutes per game. Rudy is playing just under 34 minutes a game. So Rudy's playing 5 minutes more per game than Wemby is, and he's on a better team. But with the defensive stats, and of course we're just looking at the isolated stats here, yes, Rudy's averaging more rebounds per game, about 2.5 more boards per game. However, Victor is doubling them up on steals per game, 1.3 to 0.6, and averaging more than a block per game. Now, the other players that will certainly be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation, Victor Wembanyama absolutely should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. Our defense is terrible. The San Antonio Spurs are just a mess on defense. You can see the team literally change before your eyes when he's in the game. And then I'm sorry, but I got to point it out, when Zach Collins comes in, the defense just, not just Zach, it's the other bench players too, but night and day when he's on the court and when he's off the court. The Spurs are an okay team defensively when he's on there. When he's not out there, there's no defense whatsoever. So he absolutely should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. If he doesn't win it, he should be, in my opinion, at least top 3. He changes what players do around him. We see it all the time. The opposing team, player gets into the paint, maybe not with Wemby standing there. Those type of stats don't show up in graphs like this, but he makes players, you got to rethink what you're doing when Wemby's there. And players have challenged him and gotten blocked maybe once or twice in the paint and in consecutive sequences when they challenge Wemby. So seriously, should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. Probably won't win it. I don't know if a rookie has ever won Defensive Player of the Year. If one has, let me know. I can't think of one on the top of my head, but he absolutely should. And this seems like a regular thing, monthly, sometimes weekly, where Wemby's putting out stats that are just make you go, wow. When the Spurs get it together, and after he gets some seasoning on him too. Now, let's not forget, this is a 20-year-old rookie in the NBA. Once he gets acclimated to the NBA and gets a better roster around him, sorry, Spurs fans, but you will admit it, we need better players around him. When that happens, the sky is the limit. 25 points per game, maybe 30 points per game, 10 to 15 rebounds a game. Because of the nature of today's NBA, with it being a three-point shooting contest a lot of times, probably not going to average 5 blocks per game just because players don't attack the paint as much as they did back in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s. But he certainly could average 4 blocks per game. Could he drop a line of 25, 12, and 4 while averaging 5 or 6 assists plus 2 steals? Sky's the limit. The ceiling is very high, and it's been a joy to watch him this year. Even though the Spurs are losing a lot, it's still a joy to share this journey with you, the Spurs community, the NBA community, the Wemby community, whichever part you're of. And I can't wait to see what he does moving forward for the rest of this season and many, many, many more seasons to come. Hope you're having a great weekend. I thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, and as always, go Spurs, go.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.